Uh, Welcome to Parev TV. We have Dr. Hayk Arsenyan joining us. Hayk, congratulations on your new book and Happy New Year. There's so much happening in your life. There are two topics I'd like to bring out with you, and one of them is your upcoming also participation in a program at the Crossroads at the diocese. And the other question has to do with your book. And once again, I congratulate you about Padre Antonio Soler. Let's begin with the Crossroads. What can we expect? And I know you have always been organizing things, but this time you're participating in a program. How does it feel, and what can we expect?
Thank you very much. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks a lot for the invitation. Yes, so this is going to be a beautiful concert at Saint Vartan dedicated, and also Kevork Murad, who's also a good friend and collaborator that we did a project about 10 years ago, so or a little bit more than that. So
What does it take to you're an organizer of events. You have
well, not only that's part of my job.
yeah, but you've done your share organizing. What does it take? Is people just sit down and enjoy a concert, but give us the behind the scenes work that goes into the preparation of something like this.
Well, it's huge amount of work. So um, and this one I'm not really well, not really. I'm not involved at all. So, but I this is a huge event, and I can imagine that the committee that is working on that is doing a tremendous job, and I'm sure they are doing a beautiful job. And us as artists, we are going to enjoy getting together and performing. It's like it is truly a real celebration, for all of us. So I will be playing with friends, and so that's wonderful. And it's such an occasion also. So it's going to be a celebration.
I call each of these artists, you included, an institution. There's a lot more than just performing once in a while. And you, for example, I think most of our viewers will not know that you have written a book about Padre Antonio Soler. Give us an idea who this composer is and what got you involved with him.
Thank you. Here's the book,
Aha.
actually. So this was published in Spain last year in Barcelona by the prestigious publishing house Vilo Editorial de Música. And they're prestigious not only in Spain, but also all over Europe. When I was growing up in Paris, studying, I used their books. So it was symbolic for me that many years later, I was invited to have my own book published there. So the book is on the 18th century Spanish composer Antonio Soler, whose music is rarely performed. And it's a bridging period between Baroque and classical. And in fact, the book is a portion of my doctoral dissertation that I wrote back in 2009, and it got translated by Mónica Pages, biographer of the famous Spanish pianist Alicia de la Rocha, and it got translated into Spanish and published by Boileau. And this is a pedagogical book because it talks not only about the composer but also about how to perform this music, this early music, not only on the early instruments but also on the modern instrument, keeping the pertinence of the style like the early style. So and the publishing house is very famous for their pedagogical publications. So I'm very much honored to have my book published by them.
As I was reading about Soler, there was mention of Iberian keyboard. And also the other question, which is very important for me, who was supporting these composers at the time, 18th century?
Right. Well, the composers were supported by the royalty, by kings, the princes. In this case, Antonio Soler's supporter was Don Gabriel de Bourbon. So it was the prince of Spain back then. And in fact, I just published an article in the Piano Journal of the European Piano Teachers Association in London, about this relationship, between composers and their royal patrons, and how they were composing, these works for them to perform. And imagine these works are quite technically challenging, and that also shows that this royalty were quite accomplished musicians as well, performers. So I performed this music, in an hour and a half long program, and I talk in between the pieces. I talk about the composer, the instrument. Like, speaking of the instrument, the Antunes piano, which is basically the Iberian, like the Portuguese version of the pianoforte, of the Cristofori pianoforte. And Bartolomeo Cristofori was the harpsichord maker who created, who invented the piano. Basically, a harpsichord with loud and soft sounds. That's what it basically means. Pianoforte, loud and soft. Because the harpsichord itself cannot make any dynamics. No matter how hard you hit the key, is going to make the same volume of the sound. So, and also you can find an example of Cristofori piano at the Metropolitan Museum, the musical instruments room. It's very interesting. I don't have an Antunes one, but So, anyways, I've been teaching this program, and was just recently also touring in Spain, teaching at the conservatories there and performing. Going back again later this year.
Hi, congratulations. As I said, it's amazing to find more about each of these individuals who are participating on January the 13th. I'm sure as we discuss and learn more about these artists, we will be much more satisfied and happy to know about the background of these. You as an author and a great pianist. I know we're all busy. I'd like to thank you for your time, Hayk. And I definitely will be there on January the 13th to enjoy your music and the music of other artists. And I thank you again.
Looking very much forward to seeing you there.
You take care now.
Bye.